just some small town dads living in the White Mountains. Welcome to Small Town Dads Podcast. I'm your host, Jesse Regalado, and with me, my guest,
Dave Lucero.
Cheers, buddy.
Been a long time.
Yeah, it has been.
Been a little while.
Yeah, woo. Yeah. Gabe couldn't make it, unfortunately, but that's all right because we got a bunch of STD buddies that I can always fill in. So, yeah, Gabe's doing Gabe stuff. But yeah, man, how you been?
Very, very good.
Yeah?
As of late.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, but I just recently went through a health scare, I guess you could say.
You're pregnant?
No.
Oh.
I wish.
I wish.
No. It was. I don't know if we should talk about this right now.
Go ahead.
Jump into it.
No, let's jump into it.
Is it too early?
No, we're good.
No, I was sick
You're
for
premature.
a while. You know, me and Jesse have known each other for a little over a year now, and we had all these plans and these ideas, and then I got sick and I didn't know what was going on. So, long story short, my wife was like, "Go to the hospital." And
that's what they do, huh?
I was like, "No, I don't want to go," but I went.
Like
and
a kid,
turns out
you're like,
that,
no, I don't want to go.
It turns out that I have type 2 diabetes, which is pretty fun.
Ooh, diabetes.
Yeah. There is an upside, though. I want to have sex more often.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
I lost some weight, too.
Pros and cons of type 2 diabetes.
One pro is my penis works a little bit better.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How
I have a little
so?
bit more of a libido.
Like, okay,
okay.
So
like,
you mean
you
like got a little more...
Yeah.
Little gusto in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was like, "Did you get bigger?"
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
you heard it here first.
No, but no, it's cool. Like, I feel a lot better. The health is a really serious thing, especially when you're getting older.
Mm.
But you know, I'm on medication.
And for those
now.
that you don't know you, how old are you?
I'm 40.
Oh, so
I'll be
as soon as you hit 40, all this shit happened, or?
Yeah, and it's funny because I was planning on, like, I'm gonna quit drinking when I'm 40, and
sure.
I'm gonna start eating healthy. And,
yeah.
Kind of the way that this all led up is like, I'm gonna take a break from drinking until July.
Of course.
And I never made it. I made it to the hospital with diabetes.
Oh,
well, my sweet tooth came out. My sweet tooth came out, and I quit drinking, but then I was like drinking milkshakes.
That's a plus.
Cookies.
Yeah.
You know.
Cookies. Why do you say it like
I don't know.
What's your favorite snack? What was the one? If you had to pin it to like 3 snacks that are the culprits
probably
on your
cookies
type
and
2.
Milk.
Cookies and
At
milk,
night,
huh?
Dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Between the hours of like 11 and like 1 in the morning,
right.
Bro, I'm so cooked.
1 in the morning?
Like 11
cookies?
to 1.
Oh, man.
Cookies, milk. I'm talking like, dude, I would go back to the store to get like
some
those
Chip Ahoy's or what?
Chips Ahoy's are really good.
They are good.
The blue pack.
Especially milk. Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, I can cut a sleeve.
I can't stand
I don't like the soft. The chewy ones, that's gross.
Like, I'm not 3 anymore.
No, and you're trying to, who are you trying to fool? I know this didn't weren't just freshly baked, you know, because I think that's what it is. They're trying to mimic that, like, soft.
Oh, yeah, the soft cookie.
Like the soft cookie? Yeah, no.
It doesn't work.
No, I want my fucking Chips Ahoy hard as your type 2 diabetes cock. And I just want, I want that thing. I like when I dip it in the milk and then it like dissolves and I have to like fish it out later in the cup. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, no, my favorite thing now that you bring it up is like the mini Oreos. And then you just like cereal,
so
dude.
like,
you just pour milk right into the mini Oreos, bunch of those, and
so it's like Cookie Crisps.
Yes.
You remember that?
But you have to eat them like there's some kind of ingredient that they're missing out on is like you have to eat them right away. Otherwise, it just kind of turns into like a mush slop, like mud pie when you were a kid.
Yeah.
One other pro is I lost a bunch of weight. Like if you don't know me, I lost like 25, 30 pounds in a month.
Congratulations. Well, I mean, it's not really.
Probably not in the best way. Probably not in the best way, but yeah.
Dude, you're selling me on diabetes, bro.
Dude, I lost 4 notches on my belt size in a month, dude.
Damn, and that's not
and
good.
And 2 inches on my penis.
Damn. Oh.
No joke.
Man.
So, you know.
But hey, you know, so you lost your sweet tooth.
I gained my sweet tooth.
Oh, you gained
after I quit drinking.
Oh, I thought you lost it. Sorry.
I can't. Okay, so now
So what's
the
harder?
aftermath, the downside of diabetes is like no more cookies.
Okay.
Say goodbye to ice cream, soda. I'm drinking zero sugar soda. And if you want any tips,
God, why even drink
zero sugar Dr. Pepper cream soda, anything is great. The strawberries and cream, cherry Dr. Pepper, zero sugar. Dr. Pepper has a really good line of zero sugar soda. We're not getting paid for that, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you are sensitive to sugar, that's where it's at, dude.
Addiction's real.
It is.
Addiction's real.
I didn't even like soda until I quit drinking, dude.
You should go to places and talk to people about their addiction, but only talk about your sweet tooth. Just to see their faces, the ones that no teeth and lost their family. Damn. And they're just like, oh, what is this guy? Hi, I'm Dave, and I have a sweet tooth.
I'm addicted to sugar.
Those little cookies, I like to eat them like cereal.
Was that half-baked? And he's like, you addicted to marijuana?
Oh, there you go.
And then what's his name? The guy, Bob Saget.
Yes.
Stands up and he's like, I've sucked dick for Coke.
Like,
you ever sucked dick for some marijuana? No.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
But no, that's where I've been at. But I'm feeling a lot better. Things are good. I'm sure you can tell.
No, I can.
I look a lot better.
Yep.
I look younger, which is weird that since I've been...
Well, that's why I asked you to give them your age, because I know you, but I was like, well, you're looking good right now.
I'll be 40 in October.
Oh, man. Right on.
Which is crazy, because I don't feel 40, but... yeah, I'm living the 40 life with the diabetes for sure. Got to shoot up every morning.
Damn. Well, I guess you can relate to some of those people that do hardcore stuff, right? Because you have to shoot up now. Yeah, how many times do you got to take your insulin?
Morning.
Every morning.
Just once a morning.
Where do you do it?
In my stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you find a good spot around the donut hole, which I call it, which is your belly button.
Sure, a little oatmeal bowl.
What I like to do is squeeze, pinch it a little bit, try to get those nerves kind of stimulated.
Right.
That way when you stick it in, it's like, well, I've already been pinched.
Oh.
So you don't really feel the prick anymore.
A little trick for the prick.
That's another little
tip. Tips.
Big dick daddy tips.
STD tips.
STD tips for you, baby.
Oh, man.
Well, dealing with big boy problems, though,
Yeah, no. But I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad your penis is working. And
my daughter's really glad that I'm alive. My wife is glad that my pee is working.
Yes?
Yeah.
Did she have to help you with your pee, or was that a problem? Did you wet the bed, or you just is it piss constipation?
Pee. No, I'm saying penis.
Oh, well, see,
I keep forgetting that we have adult content.
Yeah, this is it. Maybe
but no, my wife is really happy about my penis.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Like how you laugh. She's so ecstatic.
Well, I mean, because when you've been in a long-term relationship, you start having to take rain checks. Oh, did you shower today?
I like that. Rain checks.
Well, what's your schedule for 2 weeks from Sunday?
Right.
But now it's I feel like, dude, I want to just
go.
Yeah.
Just go. And
sometimes
go,
I want to just go. It's hard because you have a almost 4-year-old.
Oh, they're
and
cock
that's
blocks.
The biggest cock blocker.
Yes.
Is
preach.
She's getting to the age where she's going to remember this stuff. And it's she wakes up in the middle of some action. She's like, well, why are you spanking mommy, Daddy?
Daddy makes stuffings. Daddy makes stuffings.
So I have to tell my wife, look, we have to figure it out.
Yeah. So what's the plan?
We're going off subject now.
Take her out?
No, we're going to get hotel rooms a couple of nights a month.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's a serious thing, though.
No, don't get a hotel room.
Well, yeah.
Oh, man.
Pretend like I'm meeting up with
Ooh, I like this. Okay, so you guys some role playing.
Yeah,
I like that. All right, so
I don't want to say prostitute.
Why not? Throw it in there.
Me being the prostitute.
Yeah, you being the
How
gigolo.
Much? I'm all
standing at the
$20 for everything, baby.
Best Western bar.
We actually get arrested for role playing prostitution.
No,
we're literally engaged, but we're role playing right now.
Oh, that'd be the best White Mountain Watch.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, run! Everybody get down.
If we had you guys on the podcast for
White Mountain Watch.
White Mountain Watch.
Say that 3 times fast.
White Mountain Watch. White Mountain Watch. White Mountain Watch. The original title for this segment was White Mountain Wasted. Which was fun.
I like that.
I like it, but I mean, it really mainly works for those that are familiar with GTA.
It does sound a little constricted in terms of content.
But you have Neighborhood Watch.
Yeah,
that was the whole.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
because Wasted is oh well, this story is only about people who are fucked up.
Right.
But
And I don't judge fucked up people.
No.
Because we've all been there.
I remember one time when I was working, it was like 7 in the morning, and I was helping this old dude out. He was like 80.
Mm-hmm.
And this other younger gentleman, probably about my age, came in hammered. And you could tell. And I was like,
where? Oh,
and me being the judge that I am at work. I was
okay,
at work.
So you're at work. No, but I didn't know if you were just like at a gas station or something.
No, I was working.
Someone comes in,
and
shit-faced.
I'm helping out a regular. He's like 80. This other guy comes in, obviously wasted at 7. It's like barely 7. We open at 7. And me being the judge that I am, I'm like, man, that guy was fucked up, huh? And this old man goes, well, I'd be lying if I ever said I wasn't fucked up at 7 in the morning. And I kind of checked myself at that moment, was like, you're right. You know what? I've been there. It was one of those wake-up call moments where it was like, you know what? Why did I even say that?
Right? Yeah.
Who cares? He wasn't bothering anybody. No. He just came in to get a sandwich.
It's your inner parent trying to, like, tell you, you're noticing, you're projecting. Because, I mean, I've been,
look at that guy, huh?
Yeah, come on. Who doesn't do acid with their oatmeal? Anyway, I got a few stories here.
Where are we going?
White Mountain Watch, we got a few police reports. I try not to name drop if I feel like it's something trivial and I don't want anyone to lose their job.
No. That is not what
so you want to tell them where you work? No, just kidding.
No.
So we have a police report. Apparently, an officer allegedly observed the driver of a red Ford Explorer passed him in the outside lane on a White Mountain Road while driving 82 miles per hour.
He passed an officer?
He passed an officer. So this is at 5:43 in the morning. Someone was late for work. So this is at 5:43 a.m. and he passed this officer going 82 miles an hour in a 45. And the police officer pulled over the driver, and this is in Lakeside. And apparently when the officer stopped him, the driver said that he had dropped something on the floor and his foot got stuck on the pedal.
Could you imagine the officer trying to take that in?
Yeah, like
your foot got stuck on top of the pedal, which is normally where it goes.
It was stuck, man. Like what is stuck?
But logic would tell you that if it got stuck under the pillow.
Yeah.
I mean, not the pedal.
Under the pillow?
Sorry.
That pillow talk, huh?
It wouldn't be 80 miles an hour.
That's what I think. I mean, of course, this guy's fucking just lying, right? I mean, are you going to play devil's advocate to try to give him
point on his license? Trying to figure out what the quickest quickest thing to come up with.
We've all been there. We've all dropped stuff, but that's what I mean. Like when I drop something, and I have gone to like dig it up, right?
Yeah.
I take my feet off the pedals. Like if anything, like I'm ready for like the brake. So I'm kind of coasting, and I'm like
my
looking.
Biggest fear is someone getting caught under the brake.
See, I've never had that. Like something getting caught under the brake, so you can't use
stop
it. But this guy's excuse is his foot got stuck on the accelerator. How?
That's what I'm saying. Imagine being the cop trying to make sense and sort this out through your brain.
Yeah.
And you're like, stuck where?
Try talking to this guy. You'd be like, what? What did you drop? This thing. It's on the ground. I was like looking for it, and it just.
And this cop was like at the ass end of his shift for probably the last 3 hours.
5 in the morning. 6 in the morning.
And he's just like, dude.
Come on, man.
You gonna let me give you this ticket, or are we going to jail?
Oh no, he got cited.
Did he go to jail?
No, he
didn't go to jail for that. So he wasn't drunk.
Well, no, it doesn't say he wasn't drunk. He was
80
drunk.
80 miles an hour.
80 miles an hour. I mean, that's just criminal speeding. I mean, so that's a heavy ticket, but at least you don't lose your car.
I feel like the cop was probably just like, you know what?
Like you were saying, he was off his shift.
I'm going to take your word for what it is.
You know what? We've all been there.
If I see you again and your foot gets stuck again, that is it.
Oh, man. So that's fun. And then we'll go on the other side. What were we going to say?
I fell over and my dick got stuck.
I was just getting my diabetes in shots.
Trying to shoot up my insulin at 5:40.
I dropped the sleeve of Chips Ahoy.
Don't tell my wife.
Oh,
please.
man. So yeah, there's another stop. There was a pullover. The vehicle, let's see, at 9:17 p.m. This person's from Chandler.
They're from Chandler.
They're from Chandler.
Up here visiting.
Driving up here visiting, and they were driving the Deuce Clubs going 71 in a 45. So you had the person in the morning going 82. This person's going 71. This is good.
So if
when he was notified, when he was notified of his speed, when he got pulled over, and the cop was like, "Hey, you were going 71," they apparently have him saying, "Yikes! Yikes!" He was. He was.
Does this one have a time?
Yeah, 9:17 p.m.
Well, now, he didn't say. Thing is like,
this guy wasn't even paying attention to his speed, because he gets pulled over, and then when the cop told him, "Hey, I stopped you because you're going 71," and he goes, "Yikes!" I think that's the best part about this whole thing. Like, I mean, at least the morning guy was like,
"When was the last time you were pulled over? What was your response?"
But I can just feel it. I can feel it. Then I get pulled over, and the whole time I was sitting there, I'd be like, "Ah, god damn it! When the fuck is this gonna be over?" You know?
Oh, I hate it when
you can't do that though. You can't have that attitude going in. You know, because it never worked out for me.
Well, for me, my point is like when you get how can I word this? When I get pulled over, and what I would imagine every normal person getting pulled over, you already know why you're getting pulled over.
Yeah.
Because I'm conscious enough of like what the fuck I'm actually doing on the road.
Right.
So the last time I got pulled over, I was going 50 in a 40 in a 35. Okay. I was passing somebody on the right.
Okay.
And my excuse was this dude was going 5 under, so I got antsy, decided to pass him and accelerate.
Yeah.
I got let off with a warning.
But that was the truth?
That was the truth.
Okay.
But he was like, "Do you know?"
So he only clocked you when you were trying to pass this person?
I was literally passing somebody on the right.
Right.
By Blue Ridge. It's 35 miles an hour.
Yep.
But my point is like, when you get pulled over, this dude's first thought was to go, "You were going 71 in a 35 or whatever." And his first reaction is, "Yikes.
Yikes."
I had no idea I was going.
Dude, that was what it was. Fast. Yeah, he had no clue that he was going that fast.
To me, that's crazy. Like, you're driving potentially something that could kill people.
I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, we're small town here. We're talking about small town things. The fastest that I've seen is 65. You've ridden it there was a problem. Your vehicle couldn't even reach that before, which is the reason why it was tough for you to come out of the But now you got a nice new whip. I like it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But yeah, like how much of it is that sus fucking pulling in to this one right here, going 65 miles?
It's like if you're pulling into town from Chandler.
Yeah.
And you're used to going 65 miles an hour plus. Right. 35 seems like 10.
It's dead. You're fucking.
So and especially visiting
crawling.
from, the valley, where people in a 45 go 70 anyways.
Right.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah.
That does make sense now.
It checks out. I mean, I'm nothing against people from the valley, but no. I remember living down there, and oh my god. Yeah. Like, I didn't realize how much of a bad driver I was until I moved up here.
It's an Arizona Raceway down there.
It is.
It's literally Fast and the Furious.
Family.
Literally, dude.
Familia.
Like, my God.
Yeah.
And you have to drive aggressively. You can't be that person that's
like,
well, I'm just going to go the speed limit.
No, you're the problem.
Yeah.
You get shot in Arizona for driving under the speed limit, So yeah, I understand. I mean, it was tough. That was the hardest transition for me up here. Was the driving. I was working at Copper State in Snowflake, and just driving there from where I was in town in Sholo, I mean, I'm passing 4 different speed limits. There was one point when we're going straight to it, it's 65 the whole way. Once I get there, it goes 65, 55, 40, 35, all within like a mile.
It's crazy.
It's like I'm just like what the fuck?
Yeah, 35, 40, then it goes back to 35.
Yep. Yeah.
55.
But I don't mess around because I know I'm on their time. So now when I get pulled over, I mean, I try to play it safe. I don't want to have that interaction. So I immediately am like, I'm cool.
Well, it's like Gabe said in a past episode was like, what's it called? The cruise control is my best friend.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's saved me out of a ticket before. When they were like, oh, this and you go this. And I'm like, dude, look at my dash. Like, it says, you could see where it was set before I had a brake to pull over. You know,
yours does that?
Yeah. You don't have that on yours?
My Cadillac might have that. I just don't know if it does.
Yeah, no, like right when you set your cruise control, right underneath it, if I hit the brake, it's got a line through it. And it just shows that, like, you're not, that's where you were at.
That's what it was.
But it had, like, a reset button. So, like, if I pick it up and I'm going 25, I can hit the reset, get my foot off, and it'll go right back to where I had it set before. So when he stopped me and he was trying to do like, oh, hey, what's going on? And after I try to lie and be like, oh, I got something stuck, you know?
Yikes.
Yikes. Instead of doing that, I was like, no, I know, I'm sorry. And again, I'm like it's like talking to someone at work. Yeah. You know, it's like if someone comes up to you, I don't want to get fired. No. You know, like I'm not trying to like lose hours or whatever.
Feel that,
I just deal with them like I'm dealing with like a manager or shift lead or some shit.
It's definitely different than when I was in my, like you were saying, like I used to test cops. Mm-hmm. I didn't necessarily used to test cops, but I knew how to. Now it's just like, yeah, okay.
Sure.
Like I got you. You pulled me over.
Right.
Or how are we going to play this? But before it was like, like I kind of felt like I had to like not play cops, but kind of like watch the way that I would talk to them in order to get out of that ticket.
Oh, okay.
Now I feel more like, okay, I'm an adult. Like I'm not doing drugs. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Smuggling people in my trunk.
What's wrong with adults that do?
Like that do drugs
and smuggle people in their trunk? No, just kidding.
I mean, heroin and meth are a little different than shrooms and acid, sir.
They are different. That is right. You are right. But yeah, no. The cop interactions that I've been having up here have been they've been refreshing. Let's just say
the cops are cool
comparatively to the valley because bad drivers come from there. I feel like if you're a cop having to deal with all those bad drivers, you know, those aggressive drivers, like that makes you a little aggressive.
I retract a little bit of what I said before about like, oh, that was the best thing he could come up with, or whatever. Like,
oh, what the yikes?
Like, like dealing with like the cop being on his ass end of his shift.
Oh, right. Oh, the morning one.
You know, talking to
I got my foot. The
last 5 minutes kind of made me realize, like, like the cops are pretty like, okay,
come on,
you're coming from Chandler. It's 9 o'clock at night or 5 in the morning or whatever it is.
Yeah. No, we back the blue here.
Yes, we do.
So we got a few more here. This is at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. An officer was dispatched to a report of a vehicle that had gone through an apartment wall.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so this happened East Sholo Lake Road. It was an apartment tenants. The tenants told the officers that when they were asleep in their bed, because 4:40, you know. They were asleep in their bed, and they had heard a loud noise and felt something hit the apartment complex. When they went downstairs to investigate, they saw an SUV backed out of the hole it had made in the living room wall. They were able to record video of the incident, which included the license plate number of the vehicle, and the officer located the vehicle and the driver a short distance away. The officer noted a strong odor of alcohol coming from the driver, who had allegedly found and they also found 2 empty containers of alcohol in the vehicle. But what is that? White Claw? Well, I mean, what is that? Whiskey? Yeah, exactly.
But if you're fucked up enough to crash through an apartment building at 5 a.m., basically.
That's what it is. He fucking crashed into an apartment building.
And they say they came downstairs, so was it a vacant apartment or was it their downstairs living room?
Right, I think it was like a duplex.
Was it their downstairs neighbor that was probably vacant?
Or townhome?
I guess that doesn't matter.
Well, okay, so I think, what if there was no one downstairs?
Yeah.
And it's 2 apartments, right? Yeah. And the people upstairs are like, whoa.
Could you imagine?
I'd have my gun. Like, I would think the worst is about to happen right now.
The way that they're describing it is like, Did you hear that, honey? It's like, no, like
and
something
she's just watching
exploded downstairs.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I feel like up here, there's not a whole lot of these things that happen, because like in the valley, I feel like there was more cases. I mean, I knew 2 people that have like ran into fucking buildings or walls or whatever,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done I actually have a friend that I grew up with that crashed through a brick wall.
See? Yeah.
Somebody's backyard.
No, I mean, I'm not innocent, all right? Like, there's times I should have been behind the wheel, which is why I don't do that now anymore, right? But no, for this kind of case, I don't think I've ever been in that situation where I'm about to run into a fucking apartment complex. That's another level. I'm gonna get to tonight.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that I drink and drive, but if I did,
hypothetically,
I would make sure that I was at least okay enough not to run into somebody's apartment.
And again, if we did, if allegedly, if we were in that situation, everyone knows about the game. You know about the game, the thumb game, where you put your both thumbs on the steering wheel, and then you got to keep the road.
11 and 1?
Yeah, like you have the steering wheel and you put your thumbs up, all right, and then you keep the road in between the thumbs. So it's like a thumb game. Like you just sit there and you just try to keep it in the lane. It's fun. You gotta try.
I've never heard of that. I've always done the, when like Mercedes used to have the emblem in the middle of the hood.
Yeah.
If you put that emblem on the right side of that white line on the lane,
that
means you're right in the middle.
So you
of
move
the
it.
lane. You don't move it.
No, like you bend it.
No.
Then what do you do?
When you're driving and you see that emblem on your hood, or that line in your hood,
you're lining it up.
You're lining it up to that right side
line. Yeah, the right side line of the lane.
And that means you're in the middle of your lane.
Is that what that means? So you use it as a crosshair?
That's what I learned that from my grandmother. She might have been a drinker. I think
we're learning a lot about grandma right now. No,
she actually taught me how to drive stick too.
That's good advice. That's good advice. I have grandmas like that.
Next time you're driving, see if that works. I don't know. Maybe
it only works if you have a Mercedes. And
but
you have like a Mercedes with an emblem. No one has ornaments on their hoods anymore.
I'm saying, like, you've never seen that crease in the hood.
The crease in the hood. I don't think mine has those.
A lot of new cars now that I'm thinking of is like they probably don't have it.
Yeah, because they caught on.
I don't know. Who knows?
A lot of these motherfuckers riding right. I mean, I do that up here, but it's mainly to show the person behind me, look, this person's fucking slow. You've done that? Where
yes.
like if I'm driving and this person's on my ass, but I don't want them to know that it's me. Like, it's not me. Like, I'd be driving fast too, man.
Yeah.
Like, and then I'll ride the far right in my lane just so they can see them and be like, oh, it's that fucking guy.
That actually happened to me on the way here today.
But every time that happens, they kind of let off a little bit because they're like, all right. Or they fucking pass them. And up here, it's sketchy, man, because it's like,
there's only 2 lanes on every road.
2 lanes is it, man.
And if you're, oh, man.
2 lanes?
That's a whole nother...
That's a whole
nother little 10-minute segment, dude.
Right? All right, so here we go. We got one more here.
What grinds my gears?
Literally. An officer patrolling near 16th Avenue and Old Linden Road at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. spotted a 14-year-old teen throwing up out of the back passenger door of a black Honda CR-V. I mean, as one does.
I mean, if you're going to try to choose a car that's inconspicuous as a CR-V, it's probably going to be that.
I bet it had a 6 spoiler. So there's 3 young adults and a teen, all allegedly admitted to drinking. The teen had been cited for shoplifting alcohol 2 days before that.
Hold on. So these young adults.
I think I have that.
I'm going to put the pieces together for you guys right now.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Sherlock Holmes. So these 3 adults, these young adults, tricked this minor into stealing alcohol. 2 days later, they're all busted in their mom's CR-V, or who knows, their aunts, their cool aunt,
their auntie.
I want to say their aunt because that just sounds better. And this poor kid is eating the rap for all 3 of these guys.
Oh my god!
Man, he's earning his stripes. What do they say? They got to earn your street stripes.
That is amazing. Yeah. No, I think he cracked it.
That is a common.
No, that's classic.
That's common.
I'm glad they're not on their phones. And they're making memories. True. Come on.
I mean, they could be.
And it's funny because I skipped that report. I was like, we're going through too many. There was one where kids got stopped shoplifting. Alcohol.
You saw that one?
It's on here. Yeah.
Oh God.
They have it. So this one. Yeah. So they have the date of when they've been cited previously for shoplifting alcohol. Those same ones were the ones that got caught pulled in over to the side of the road admitting to drinking. The parents of the teen were contacted, and the teen was later referred to juvenile court for underage consumption. So
I mean, you've done a beer run, right?
Yeah.
I've done a beer run.
But, I mean, the places that I did it at, I allegedly did them at.
Supposedly.
Those places, man, they're already used to it.
Yeah.
They're not stopping you. They're just like, oh, all right, Not my pig, not my farm.
In Tucson, I did try to do a liquor run. Mm-hmm. With me and this one other guy, and we got chased blocks, dude,
on foot
by the butcher.
You took it like on foot?
Fries. It was like a Safeway or Fries, and they chased us blocks. And I hid in this apartment complex on the second story of the apartments.
Yeah,
and I was hiding behind this pillar, and this guy goes, "Just give me the alcohol, and I'll let you go." And I was like, "Fuck!"
Oh,
I gave it back to him, but I didn't get arrested. The cops didn't get called. They
just took your took
my liquor.
They just stole the liquor that you stole.
They punked me out. But yeah, no, I mean, my point is like, it's common for teens, young adults.
Yeah,
you got to earn your street stripes. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you. And that was the White Mountain Watch. Man, kids have some fun. I didn't grow up here. You didn't.
They're not
grow up
stabbing anybody at a track meet, at least.
I was gonna say they're not. There's word. Again, maybe because
you might want to cut that out.
Maybe why? You talking about something up here?
Maybe not up here.
You're talking about up here?
No, you don't remember about that guy, that kid that stabbed that other kid
up here?
No,
I don't remember.
In Louisiana or something.
No, okay, so you're talking about.
For me. Race has nothing to do with it, but there's this black kid, that's sitting under this tent, and this is all allegedly, okay?
Okay.
He's sitting under a tent with permission because it's raining from a coach saying, yeah, you could sit there. A football team member comes up and says, hey, this tent is reserved for the football team. Can you move? Probably not in such nice words. He probably was like a fucking dick about it a little bit.
Hey, get the fuck up.
Long story short, young
probably is what he
African American gentleman stands up and stabs this kid in the heart, kills him.
Stabs him.
And it's a huge controversial thing right now on Facebook and
so it's recent.
It's very recent.
Oh, let's get into some off mountain topics then. Holy shit. No, I didn't hear about this.
It's not up here, but it's
No, of course. No, that's what I meant. Like that's the segment off mountain cuz
off mountain.
I mean that's how I look at everything else that has to do with anything else out here. I haven't heard about this, So this happened recently, and you're talking about, whatever, Louisiana, and there's this kid that got permission to hang out under this tent.
Allegedly,
and then anyway, there's a kid hanging out under a tent or whatever.
On the bleachers, yes.
On the bleachers, okay. So he's on the bleachers, and then someone's like, hey, we got this reserved.
Basically, it's for the team.
But he was I don't want to take this to a racial place either.
I don't either.
Did they mention
the facts?
Did they mention who's the person that went to the black kid's sitting there, right?
Yes.
And then he's the one that stabbed the guy, right? Or was another kid? I'm assuming.
It was
because you said they had like their football thing was going on or whatever.
It was a track meet.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to find it, but I'm not going to.
I was like, why are you looking at Pornhub right now? Like we're talking about it. I like how he had to turn it around.
Pornhub.
Wow, you're quick at fix. I've never seen someone.
Now I'm serious.
I'm serious.
I'm super serious. No, this kid was sitting underneath the tent that was
still at it. Oh my god,
football team members. Bastard.
Busty Asian coat. What is that coat? What are you looking up? So no, okay. This is but no, hey, real talk. This kid stabs another kid because of what?
According to the assailant who stabbed the other kid, he was being bullied out of the seat.
Okay. But it was just one person that was... So it was a one-on-one interaction.
It was a one-on-one interaction.
A group of boys that were like, hey, get up, you know?
There could have been a couple of his friends there. Who knows? But,
Sure.
One kid stabbed another, so I'm assuming it was just between the one and the other.
Did the other kid die?
Yeah.
Wait, I think I did see this.
He did die. He was a...
It was a white guy.
It was a white kid. A twin. He had a twin brother.
Wait, no, but okay, so like because we're up here, the thing that I seen was someone blaming it on an illegal immigrant. Is it the same story?
No, and I haven't seen anything about that.
Did you see that? No. It was just like these illegal immigrants are getting out of hand.
That's crazy. No,
another white kid.
It was wild, dude. Like,
yeah. Straight up African American.
Straight up.
Straight up.
He was a black kid, dude.
Yeah. We have those. I mean,
and unfortunately for both sides,
right?
It's not a good picture.
As a dad,
all around.
As a dad, if your daughter was on either side of that,
yeah, and like
how would you feel?
Like getting upset because the one kid who stabbed the other kid's family is Well, of course, it's his dad.
No, come on.
If my daughter killed somebody, even if my daughter was in the wrong, I would do the best I can to support my child.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Obviously, I wasn't there. You weren't there. Everybody on the mountain wasn't there, so we're only able to make assumptions. But yeah, people are going straight up ape shit over this story and choosing sides and saying this, saying that.
So Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter. No, no. But if you want to get down to the real reality of it, is like someone died.
No, somebody's kid died.
Yeah. So
and someone else's kid.
It's gonna be kind of hard to fight that in court.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, okay, I don't care how you chop it up. Like, let's pretend we're in court, right? And I stabbed you.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm dark, I'll just say I'm darker than you. So, like, you play the white kid,
and
then I'm the black kid.
Okay.
All right. And I'm sitting there smoking a blunt at school in the bleachers.
Mm-hmm.
You come up and you say some shit, right?
Hey, get out of my...
What'd you say?
This is reserved.
And then we do that. The pulling out the knife immediately, you're in the wrong for bringing it. Because I mean, I have had friends. I've known peers of mine. Their kids getting in trouble at school for taking things they're not supposed to have there. I mean, normally like a vape or something, but in this case, if my kid took a knife to school, like what neighborhood do you think you're in? Taking weapons to school obviously is a no.
Well, especially these days.
Especially.
Back in the day when I was in school, a knife wasn't, as long as you didn't go flashing it around or telling everybody.
Sure.
A knife was normal.
When I went to school, people had pocket knives.
Yes.
Okay, but there wasn't as many school shootings going on either.
No, it was very taboo.
I remember being in the Boy Scouts and we had like a contest where we were carving soap. And all these kids had their own knives.
Well, there's a story of a guy that had a knife in school and he broke it out to eat an apple.
Okay.
And
like to slice it.
Got called the whole 9 yards, and he's in the office and he's like, dude,
I'm with them. That's weird as fuck. Who are you?
No, this was back
a fucking
in, like,
Bond villain where you're sitting there with a fucking knife.
You never ate an apple with a knife?
No, because I'm not a fucking psycho. You don't need to eat I don't need to eat. No. Sitting there peeling,
had a toothache.
Peeling bites off like you're in a fucking movie. Get the hell out of here! Nobody does that.
Maybe he had a toothache.
No,
dude. I'm on Knife Guy's side. Okay, so whatever.
You would be. Oh, that's great.
I was just trying
to. You have a knife on you right now,
sir.
I should fucking pat you down. No,
I got my skinny wiener.
You don't have a knife. I don't have a knife. Right? Do you carry knives outside?
No, but I have thought about it because I don't own a gun.
Why?
Why don't I?
I mean, do you want to bring a knife to a gunfight? Is what you're saying?
No, but if I'm close enough to stab somebody that has a gun, yeah.
If you're close enough to stab I think you guys are both in the wrong here.
If I'm close enough to stab somebody in the jugular, dude.
Right.
And they have a gun, I'd rather have the knife than not have it.
That's the same argument for people with guns.
But you can shoot somebody from yards and thousands of inches away.
Well, I got a large bubble. I don't need your ass stabbing distance from me. What kind of knife are you looking at? You want to look this story? That's why you've been looking at the story? You want to see what kind of knife that kid had? So you could buy it?
I don't know what knife he had. I actually do have a gigantic 2-foot machete in my car.
You know what? That's a growing trend. I've seen. You're the third person that has shown me. Like my brother-in-law, he's got this like I don't know why.
It's cool, dude.
He's got like a fucking big ass machete with serrated like a saw.
I have the same one, dude. I have the same one. I have it in my car right now.
That's so cute.
It's not cute when it's coming at you.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot you. I have guns like an adult. I don't need a
locked and loaded and ready to go right now.
I don't need a saw Bowie knife from Predator or some shit like Rambo.
Exactly it's
see?
tree green.
I should have you go get it.
You want me to go get it?
I might. Yeah, go get it. Let me pause this. Hold on. We'll be right back. All right. I unpaused it. All right, here we go. He's back. He is back, baby.
Hello.
All right, so let's see what you got here. What are you packing?
I don't know what these are for.
You're right, though. That's not 2 feet.
Shells.
What do you got? Little pockets here?
Yeah.
For your tampons? Show the little pockets there. Okay, so this is what he's got. You know, this would be a crazy episode. I just want to say, if this just turned and you just killed me by stabbing me, and I have it all recorded, that'd be amazing. Oh, look at that! I like how you did that sound effect.
Imagine
like you did with this.
Being in a road rage incident and somebody just whips this out, dude.
Let me see the weight on this.
It's light.
It is pretty light. This ain't gonna cut shit, dude. Ozark Trail, baby. Shout out.
Cut your butt crack.
Don't play footsies with me. I got a fucking knife, bro. Look at this thing. All right, so I'm sure a lot of guys out there and girls. I'm not gonna shout it. I'm not gonna shame anyone, especially you. But I'm pretty sure you. What do you use this with? You got like dirt in the bottom of it.
It's been sitting in my Saturn for probably over a year. And then once I got
if a cop's seen this, what would you say? So, sir,
a lot of times
why do you have
that?
Yeah, exactly.
So if a cop was like, "Do you have any weapons in the car?" My first reaction would probably most likely be like, "No." And then
it got stuck.
And then once he finds
yikes,
he's all, "Sir, I thought you said there was no weapons." I'm like, "Yikes." No. But I've thought about
for my diabetes.
Are there any weapons in the car? My initial reaction was like, no, because
you don't have a gun.
I don't carry weapons
and
like that.
And you think like that. But this?
In the whole time that I've owned... Well, it's almost like the same thing as a gun, dude.
I feel like Britney Spears right now.
How many times have you had to shoot somebody?
This right here isn't gonna do shit. You're gonna be hacking. This isn't even fucking. Dude, this isn't even sharp, bro.
See this fucking.
This is not even sharp.
I'm gonna fucking take this thing out, dude.
What are you gonna do, bro? Stab me? What are you gonna? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna fucking take it and I'm gonna fucking throw it like fucking Johnny.
Oh, well, it is light enough. Ooh, this would be like axe throwing.
Like
you know what I mean?
Nacho Libre and the cob of corn that he threw at his eyeball.
This just feels cool. Right?
I'm telling you.
It feels cool.
It might seem like a bitch type thing.
No, this is supposed to be for like camping and shit.
It's a survival knife, dude.
That's not a survival.
That is a straight up. That will get you through the woods for years.
Cheap ass metal.
Dude.
That they put this.
I'm telling you right now,
rubber
dude, that is
thing.
at least $150 fucking sword right there.
It's even got a little clip for your keys if you want. This thing's for bitches, but it's okay.
That clip is so that way you could throw it into the tree.
Camping bitches.
This is so you can tie a rope to it, throw it up into the tree, have it fall over.
You can do that with the rock.
That was whole. That was so made up, dude.
I was like, you fucking.
I'm leading you on.
No, you didn't. I didn't fall for it one bit.
Yes, you did.
No, this is for your lanyard. No, and you can just keep it on your neck.
Could you imagine whipping this out though?
Oh man. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Every time you get a shot in your belly, that's what happens. Hello. I like this little sheath.
There's a movie where this samurai guy comes out and is like whipping these nunchucks all around, all crazy. And then the dude just pulls out his gun and just shoots him. I think it's Indiana Jones.
Yes.
And
Indiana does it.
He has the two swords, right?
Yeah.
He's
got.
And then Indiana Jones just is like,
bam! And then he just turns around like a G, bro, like a real American.
Yeah, but if you didn't have a gun, I would still have the upper hand on you. So.
Well, yeah, that's an unarmed person that you have an upper hand on. with this fucking thing here. So yeah, you're not right. Get this off my fucking table.
Have been
put it over there
with me, man.
I just put my fingerprints all over that. Probably shouldn't have. Now I'm gonna get busted on the White Mountain Watch. Just watch.
2 weeks later.
Yeah.
A young man.
Well, thank you for getting that.
No worries.
Don't stab any teen. Don't stab anybody with it. All right.
Don't do any beer runs or get pulled over going 80 miles an hour.
Don't.
35.
Well, now if you see this guy's face, you know what kind of weapon he's got.
There's more than that.
Now yeah, he's got a fucking bazooka in the back of his car. He's got anthrax.
Menace to society.
Old school anthrax just sitting.
Here, take this letter I wrote your mom.
Like, that's great.
All right.
Anyway, that's cool. That's
weapons.
Cool.
How did we even get? Oh yeah, we were talking about the Camelo.
Yeah, we're talking about like you can't take. Don't take knives to school. That's the moral of this whole story.
These days, especially, do not take.
Do not take weapons. Do not take knives. No, but that's where I feel like definitely, even if those guys were fucking bullying the shit out of them, like the fact that you took a knife, you are already in the wrong.
I have a story. I think I might have told you about this once before.
Tell them.
In high school, this kid passed me in the hallway, and he had a sheriff's jacket on. Does this ring a bell? And I was like,
"Wait, a sheriff's jacket?"
It was like well, I didn't notice at the time, but it was like his dad's his dad was a cop.
Okay.
And he was wearing his dad's, like sheriff's uniform.
Was it like a windbreaker? Or no,
it was like one of those like thick, like had like the wool.
Oh,
the
like
wool
legit
like
jacket.
Neck.
Yeah,
part, like the collar. And I was like, that guy's a cop.
At school, yeah. Hey, that guy's a cop.
And I didn't even know this at the time that I told him that in passing, but he had a class with me, had a period with me, and he was like, I'm like literally minding my own business, dude. Like, and then I hear this kid from behind, like, hey, fucker. And I was like, can I help you? He's like, I'm going to fucking kick your ass. And I was like, he was like just being really weird, like, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to fuck you up today, like, on break, because we used to have 3-hour periods and then a 15-minute break in after an hour and a half or whatever it was. And he was like, yeah, on break, I'm going to fucking kick your ass. And I was like, why? I don't even know who you are. Like, he's like, yeah, you called me a cock.
Wait, he didn't have, oh.
And I was like,
Wait, he didn't have his jacket on in
no,
class? Okay.
I don't remember. It's just so long ago, dude.
Okay.
But this is like.
You said, hey, you remember that, and then you remember this fucking weirdo.
He was like, you called me a cock. And I was like, you mean a cop? Like, because your jacket? Like, he's like, yeah, my dad's a cop, dude. And you called me a cock in the hall. I was like, no. And mind you, this kid's 2 times my size on the football team. And he's
with a knife
telling me, he's telling me to go out on break so he can kick my ass for calling him a cock, which I actually called him a cop. And the moral of this story, or the ending of this story, is like, well, I'm not going to do that. But if you kick my ass every day, I'm going to come up behind you and sneak kick you in your balls. And he's like, well, I guess you're just going to get your ass kicked every day. And I was like, well, it looks like you're going to get your balls kicked in every day. And he never messed with me after that. But that was one
Where was
time.
the teacher? You guys having this conversation?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, they didn't care.
That's great.
I'm not joking, dude. Like, he was on the west side of Tucson.
Oh.
And he's just like, hey, I'm going to kick your ass. I'm like, what?
Is that what happened? Like, no,
he never met.
He never.
I didn't go out with him.
He was in one of the 30 fights you had.
No.
No. Okay.
No, it was.
Thanks for telling me the story. If you didn't fight,
it was one of those times where it was like this guy was gonna rip me apart, and I was not gonna engage.
Right. Okay. Well, no, I get it. But it's the same energy that I'd bring when it was just one of those, like, really, like, we're gonna be silly with this. Like, if you're gonna get serious, then I'll get silly. But if someone got serious and I knew, I had a feeling, because I don't know, but I had a feeling like I might kick their ass, I'd be like, all right, no, we're fucking, let's go, bitch.
Yeah.
Bring all your friends. I want them to see this. I would send text messages out like, hey,
is, there's nothing glory. Like, there's no, people can get hurt.
Yeah. Case in point.
So there's like no real.
Don't take weapons to school.
Yeah, people can die.
People can die. Yeah. Hey, just a heads up. Gabe messaged us. Good luck today, buddies! Hey. Hell yeah, live.
It's already going horrible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna record this. No,
David, we're not gonna be.
We miss you, Gabe. I hope everything goes well. I mean, of course, life happens when you're busy making plans.
Oh yeah,
I understand, but I do appreciate you. Obviously,
what we gotta do is get.
Tell me what.
Us
tell me what I have to do.
No, what we gotta do is get us together. Did I say you? My bad.
No, you said we. No, I'm not. I'm jumping.
No, like I would love to hang out with Gabe on the pod and.
Oh yeah,
be with him is what I'm trying.
We have a shitload of segments that I'd like to get into, but we have too much fun.
I know.
And time keeps on slipping. So, but no, when it comes down to like common commentary, that's something I want to do. We're gonna have our sets up here. Gabe and I are planning on doing comedy off the mountain. Just a quick plug. Bridget's Last Laugh at the Bridget's in Cave Creek. We'll be performing in the Tuesday open mic. So come hang out with Gabe and I. We're gonna be there. What is this fucking April? Oh my god!
We're already in
April 29th, baby. So coming out.
But I am an avid supporter of marijuana, and
sure.
I think it works wonders for people.
Right
it's
on.
An awesome tool.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm pro.
420.
Cannabis. So yeah, 420.
2025.
You ever had a cool 420 day? I mean, I know you were allergic to it, but you're like allergic to it on the inside.
I can smoke it, but I gotta be really careful.
Okay.
And lately, I've been eating edibles.
Did you have a lot of
gummies?
Did you get to celebrate 420 in any cool way?
Yeah, I thought everybody was allergic to weed. In high school, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I smoked a lot of weed in high school, and I think my allergicness.
And you didn't figure this out in a circle?
No, my girlfriend in high school was like, "Dude, you're allergic to weed," and I was like, "What do you mean? Doesn't everybody fucking react this way?" And she was like, "No."
Really?
Like you are legit allergic to marijuana? Because I would smoke and I would touch it and then touch my eyes. My eyes would get real puffy and my face would get swollen and like I would think that was normal, dude. I'm not joking, bro. And my girlfriend at the time
so you have a legit allergic reaction.
And my eyes.
And you're like
dude. Yeah.
And did everybody do this?
And my girlfriend at the time is like, no. Like you can't touch weed anymore. Right. Like you got to stop.
Man. Ooh. Yeah, that is amazing.
I could go super racist. I could go super racist right now. I look like a fucking Chinaman, dude.
Whoa, here we go. Hit the lights.
Swollen.
Oh, man. All right. Well, okay. So, but you never had like a fun party. Like my buddies and I, we used to go all out for 420, especially when I was working in the industry, like in the cannabis industry. It was just, man, there was festivals that were thrown, like smoke-friendly festivals that I went to. It's amazing. It's a great time.
I mean, I'm sure that there was
even up here, living up here when I was working at Copper State Farms. There was in Cholo, there was a 420 festival on 420. And that was it was a smoke friendly thing too. And the whole time I was sitting there smoking with all these people, I was like, no way is this legal.
Like out.
Just I'm not gonna throw them under the bus, but it was just such a good time where maybe it was the paranoia. Maybe they had maybe they crossed all their T's, dotted all their I's, and everything was legit. Let's just say right. But every moment I was there smoking, I was just like, I don't think we're supposed to be doing it. I don't think anyone knows that this is happening right now. But they had vendors. They had music acts, local music acts, and
was this before it was legal?
It was recreational.
Oh, okay.
But that doesn't mean you can smoke it anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like,
well, I think that you can get permits.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't.
I could be wrong.
I'm sure.
Wrong.
I'm sure there probably is. So, like the, what was it? I think it's still going. The Earl Cup. The Earl Cup is a cannabis-friendly festival that happens in the Valley. I've been to that years, and that one, their whole thing was you could smoke, but it had to be outside, right? So they have samples with tables of different collectives that have their product, and you can there's a line as long as Disneyland lines. You know what I mean? Fucking
to like take a hit
just to take a free
bong?
hit, yeah, of like a rig or a flower bong. They had competitions where you can who can take a 1 gram dab, and that kind of shit.
That's to me isn't that like a waste?
It's not your product.
I know, but like,
no waste for you if you're fucking getting fucked up.
Yeah. With like a fucking like shop vac sucking in a whole like pound of weed, and they're just like sitting in this car or whatever it is. And
right.
It's just, like, how high can you possibly get before you reach a point where you're not going to get any higher? You're just going to come down after that. Is that a thing?
They're all a thing. Yeah. Yeah. No. People have pushed technology where it's like,
how high can you possibly
how
get?
high can I do that would you signing up for one of my comedy shows.
Yes. This is true.
And so comedy is the common interest. But we're not just comedy.
No. We're so much more.
We're so much more. When you pull back those layers, oh man.
We're like an onion.
And we hang out outside of comedy. We still play video games, bro. Come on, I'm still teabagging you online.
On Call of Duty. I remember, man, I touched a little nerve with you one day.
What do you mean? Oh, let's hear it.
Yo, you want to go one-on-one with me, bitch?
What the 1v1 me, bitch?
I was just kidding, bro. Like,
I thought you were that kind of gamer. I'm sorry. Like,
I am not competitive, dude. I'm so mediocre, dude. It's not even funny.
I love it. But you're fun on the chat. You're fun on the chat. I'll give you that. That's a shirt. Yeah. That's a shirt.
Call of Duty.
Fun on the chat. I'll give you that. No, we had good times playing online, and I wish I could do more of that. But now I'm an adult.
Yeah.
And I've been playing darts and pool. So if you want to come get this shaft or get this tip, come see me at one of the tournaments. Thursday nights, Irish Colleen. Saturdays at any bar coming to you from Springerville to Snowflake. To Sholo, all the S's.
Is there anything in Heber Overgarden?
We're getting there. I think the cabin's in Heber, and I'd love to, because I know a lot of places that are only able to be open during seasonally.
Yeah,
because we are in a tourist town for those that are not around, but there's a lot of things that we like to do, just like anywhere else, to have some fun. And we do comedy shows. Yeah, things for the locals.
We're so much more than a tourist town.
We are. No, we are. You can come here and drive 81 in a
and go, yikes!
Yikes!
Yeah. I wonder if the cop thought that was funny.
He laughed. He put it in the report. He was just like, "Oh my god, this guy said yikes."
I'm gonna give him a pass.
That is great. We've all been there in the yikes. Yikes,
I want to find a cop.
We should get merch.
I actually have a couple of cops regulars that I could
do
probably
you?
come and tell us their funniest stories.
Give me some, yeah. Well, this is going to be a reoccurring thing. This isn't the last time you're going to see Dave, all right?
Hopefully not.
Let's put it this way. Like, you can catch him at the comedy shows. He's been on the open mics. I know life is hitting you pretty hard, but I'm glad to see you back on your feet where you're getting light, your health turned around.
Things are getting light. My load is getting lightened up.
Yeah, I love it.
I got a new car.
I love it. Dude, you're green lights. You're getting green lights, baby. Keep going. And speaking of which, since we're on the topic, is there anybody that you'd like to plug? Because we do plugs on this show, just local
like
plugs.
Business-wise?
Yeah, small businesses.
Yeah, my fiance does nails.
Okay, hell yeah.
Nails by April.
Nails by April.
Look her up on Instagram. It's nails with the triple S. XOXO. Nails
all the pretty ladies
by April.
Yes.
She is very talented.
So what? You can just find her online, social media. Sorry, go again. Yeah. What was it again?
TikTok.
What was it again?
It's pronounced nails by April because there's 3 S's in there, and so it's nails by April XOXO. She's very talented.
Let me see your nails.
If you caught me on Halloween, they would have been done.
Yeah.
But that's the only time of year that I allow her to do my nails.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I don't do my nails.
What was your experience by getting your nails done?
It was just
done by April.
So if you're gonna just do paint, it's kind of like a equivalent to sandpaper.
Okay.
You want to rough it up a little bit, put your base coat, put another coat, and then she does a design.
Gay!
I got Ghost and Jason on my nails.
I can see her like on the other end of this being like, "You're saying it all wrong.
You're such
dummy.
You're such a faggot." This is very lame.
No, that's cool. Manicures, everyone does their nails. Are you kidding me? She's just an artist behind it, just like you're an artist.
She's so talented, it's crazy.
Just like you're an artist. You guys are both artists.
I'm an artist.
And I love it. Yeah, you're an artist. A comedy, okay? Anyway, Nails by April. Check her out. No, like I've heard of that men that are overweight that can't get to their toes anymore. They're like a common customer at these nail salons because they'll just do them for them.
I don't know anything about that.
April doesn't have any of those clients?
No, she doesn't do
She might want to tap in. If you're overweight and you're a male and you can't even see your penis, or your pee, like the way you like to say it.
You know what? We're both not that big anymore.
What do you mean?
Can you see your penis?
I can see my penis. What do you mean, can I see my penis? My penis has been out this whole time. You can see my penis.
You, Jesse, give off fat showed energy, is what I think.
Because I've been fat. If people think I'm fat now, like, oh my God, you should have seen me. Oh.
That's another thing is, like, I lost a bunch of weight, too. I think I said that.
No, yeah, you said that, and you lost inches.
I gained inches.
Oh, gained inches.
I gained inches.
When
they say for every, like, 15 pounds that you lose as a bigger guy, right, you gain, like, a half an inch.
Well, yeah, because you could see it more.
It's not being eaten away by your body.
It's illusion. No, but
anyway, no. Sorry.
No. So, Nails by April.
Yeah.
Your penis. You want your penis to look better.
She doesn't do toenails. She
doesn't do. Oh, it's just manis.
She's had a couple of guys ask.
No petties
to get their nails done by her, but they never come through. I think they're like worried or scared.
What if they're trying to low key hit on her and they're like, "Hey,
no, they were clearly gay."
Hey, oh yeah,
yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Well, don't judge them. We're all about gays here too. That's cool.
Hey, if you're gay, straight.
If you got nails, go see April. Get them nails did, and it's just manis.
It's quality work done at a really good price. I can tell you that.
Okay, you reached out to me to do stand-up comedy, and I know there'll be a previous episode, another episode in the future that we can talk about more comedy because it's fun.
Yeah, we're more than just small town. That's the whole thing.
Of course.
For me, from the beginning of just the talking of your podcast, it's like we're more than just small town dads. There's so much more layers.
Like an onion.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Like an onion.
But with the way we met, it was starting at that, and it's always been that. Even when you're going through hard shit, like you've always kept it light. Yeah. And I love that about you. So thank you.
Diabetes is. I thought about the first thing, like
there's worse things, like
is the
meth,
next
fentanyl.
5 minutes I get is like just standing up there and be like, so diabetes, huh? But there's nothing funny about diabetes.
Well, in a room it might kill. Who knows? So,
just
who's type 2 in here, huh?
Anybody type 1? Anybody type 1?
Do that. You got to tell Dave before your wife had to tell you, Dave, go to the fucking doctor. Like, what would you have wished you would have known?
It was such a shock that I still even like now I don't realize how close I was to like fucking my whole shit up. Because the doctor was like, dude, if you had waited a couple more days or even a week, you would have been kidney failure and a coma. But it didn't feel that close to me, and it still doesn't. But when he was telling me that, I was like, yeah, my daughter, my fiance, like, I'm like, dude, this is like serious, and I gotta take the diet change. If you're not familiar with the keto diet, that's basically what I'm on. I mean, I can have some bread, but definitely no cookies, no sugar, no straight up.
Well, there's
soda.
keto cookies and keto, but they're
not.
Found them. They're not. No, I've tried them. They're not.
That's a whole nother like bit.
Oh my god!
The things that I have found to fit my sugar craving are like these Marie Calendar like chocolates that are 0 sugar with stevia or whatever it's called.
Yeah, stevia. Yeah, it's just it's
and
natural
it gives you
sugar.
Gas.
Yeah. Well, it gives you gas.
No, that's the thing. Like,
I know.
My buddy is on the keto diet, and he's like, I told him, I was like, dude, I found these chocolates, and he's like, yeah, did you fart? I was like, actually, I was wondering where I got that gas from. It was from the fucking fake sugar.
It's from that Fardo diet. You got it.
But yeah, it's a lifestyle change, and it's a good one because you get healthier.
And you have
a life.
But
if your mind is like, I gotta have sugar, because it's a battle.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a couple times where I took some sips of like sugar of soda.
Sugar.
And I was like, that's what
I like how your brain immediately I had sips of sugar.
This is what real sugar, like soda, tastes like. Like even just after the first couple of months of not having it, it's like, dude, that shit tastes so good.
Oh, it's addicting.
It's addicting.
It's addicting.
And zero sugar soda just doesn't do it.
But have you sucked a dick for sugar?
No.
About to hit the lights.
No.
Hit the lights.
You got
We're about to.
Snickers bar down there.
You know you're hangry. You know, and you haven't had
yourself when you're hungry.
When you haven't had some nuts.
Some dude busting a fucking blowjob for a Snickers bar.
That's a bit.
What would you do for a Klondike?
You
remember
those? Man,
those
there we go. See, you know, and up in the White Mountains, there's not much to do. So I love the entertainment and the hospitality that Silver Creek Amusement has, and on these bars, I appreciate the people that come out and play and sign up. You know, as a person that I've met you in stand-up comedy and me producing that kind of entertainment, I can respect always the people that are also trying to create more entertainment for people to have to do up here in the White Mountains. But yeah, Silver Creek Amusement, thank you.
Yes.
So Bar Star is going to have a White Mountain open mic here in May. I'm booking it now. It's the monthly open mic. Yeah, I know it's been a while since you've been on it. You're working on new material.
Have I even gone on this year?
No.
I haven't done a show this year, huh?
Tell me about it.
Holy
I don't know. I've been busy doing shows, bro.
These are the next moves, okay? I'm planning on continuing the stand-up open mics up here, but my next move for me personally is to try to get down to the valley and bring my jokes down to the valley. Whether that includes, like, possibly, most definitely 100%, I want to go with you. But if not, I'm going to have to start branching out on my own, like what we had talked about before, and kind of getting my feet wet.
What do you mean to them? Like, if anyone's interested
like going
in doing
down to the
comedy
valley in Phoenix and like trying to like expand outside of, you know, the mountain. So that's the next move for me for sure. This year, this summer.
I know that you've just like myself, we're fairly new to the industry.
Yeah.
If there's something from your experience that you can help others with that are looking at getting into stand-up comedy, what would you say? What would you have heard? Like, what would you tell yourself?
Not to take it so serious.
What, have fun?
Like, just have fun with it. Isn't that something you told me the first time?
Yeah, baby, have fun.
I overthink a lot. That's my personality, but just don't overthink it. If it's something that you're interested in doing, just do it for fun. You just want to do it for fun.
Right on.
That's what I told her.
That's great.
Let's just have fun.
Yes. Well, I hope you get to go off the mountain. I know a lot of the dude, nothing against you, but 90% of the people that sign up for my open mic up here have never done it off.
Yeah.
The mountain.
And that's a big goal for me. Like, it's been a big goal for me to get off of the mountain and do kind of comedy. It would be really fun. So, yeah.
But I will say, the comedy community up here in the White Mountains is alive and well. There's plenty of comedians that are hungry for that mic. Yes. And I love it. And I love it. And I appreciate you guys still jumping back on that horse because they understand that the mountain runs on mountain time, baby.
Don't be afraid to reuse your jokes, too.
What do you mean?
Like, because my concern was always like, oh, I want to bring fresh material to every show that I... For every 5 minutes, I want to do a fresh set, which is a natural thought process, I think, for most people. But it's like you really have to kind of go out of your way to reuse your jokes, reword them, maybe try to make them a little bit better or whatever. And you kind of hammering that into my head helped me a lot with my writing because it was like I can always go back and refurbish old jokes because nobody's gonna remember.
There's no two
set.
Sorry, I don't care what your crowds are like. Yeah. There's no two crowds the same.
Yeah.
And the way you're talking about not being afraid.
Yeah.
To go in to actually, the best part about being up here in the situation that we're in is that they're more connected to the material, watching it evolve, because there's nowhere else that you can go to work on this, and they get to be a part of that whole process.
Yep.
Now, for me, I'd like to keep providing a platform for people that are interested to continue it, that have nowhere else to go to get consistent work without driving a 7-hour round trip with the potential of not going on.
That's scary.
Like that was my experience in the past. And it's one of those, like, I didn't want that for people up here.
You might not believe in this, but like you putting that energy into your universe, like your environment, I truly believe like that comes back in a positive.
Okay.
Because dude, you're putting in the work, and nobody's there to witness this. Nobody's there to be like, yeah, Jesse. Nobody's in the passenger seat with you, dude. But
no, my ladies are, but
okay, but whatever the powers might be,
April is, you know what I mean?
Whatever the powers might be in the universe, you're putting that karma, that energy out, and I believe that you're receiving that back.
I appreciate you saying that, and I truly believe that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dismiss it because I get to meet people like you.
Yeah.
Get to meet people like Gabe.
Yeah.
Get to meet people like, like everyone that's in my circle. And a part of what I'm doing is a part of that circle up here. Yeah. And I'm glad that you guys are all a part of it. But for me, like I said, I feel guilty because I'm not that good. I didn't get into it for you to have those opportunities.
Yeah.
Just like you don't get into certain things to be like to help others have the best time of their lives.
Oh yeah.
It's all self-interest.
Of course.
I got into comedy to get good at comedy for myself. Now, there's limited spots to do comedy up here, so I took it upon myself to do comedy. With good advice from someone that was like, hey, if you want spots, you should probably do your own show. And I love that the best parts about living in a small town brings the best parts out of me because, like I said, I can't lie. I can't go out and do the same material every night that I have my shows because they're going to call me on it.
Yeah.
I want to bring a good experience for now. And you... Gabe, Liz, Joe, Dawn, Laura, Scotty, everybody. I mean, who else? I'm missing people. I mean, Connor, Lance, Jason, and LD.
Oh yeah.
Let's go off mountain here. You know what I mean? We have
Jay,
Frankie J. Frank. We also have. Fuck, I'm missing people. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck, I'm missing people, and I'm sorry. But that is that goes to show that the wave you can't control.
Yeah.
I just so happen to be out there, and because of this happened, I got to meet all of you guys, and it's been amazing. And it's the reason why I keep doing it, and the pros and cons that comes with it. Fuck it, like it means way more to have these interactions. And that's the whole reason why I decided to do Small Town Dads, was to keep promoting, any kind of movement, in the town that we're in.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun and exciting summer, not just for us, but hopefully for everybody that's even remotely interested in just checking out the things that you got going on. But,
thank you, man.
I'm excited.
I can't wait for you to be a part of it. And if you guys can catch, obviously, David Lucero, come on. Yeah, come watch him at a show. He really does good fucking jokes. I love the stuff that you're coming up with right now. The premises are so, they're so, everyone can resonate.
Yeah.
Everyone can resonate from what it is, and I can't wait for you to dial it in. And I know that you've had a lot going on in your personal life where it's been, obviously, life happens, right?
It does.
So, but I'm glad to see you looking better, looking all. Look at this dad bod. I love it. Killing it. Killing it.
The one idea that I was really excited about, which is very limited up here, is the gaming, like the actual console. It would be cool if we could get a hold of a bunch of like old Nintendo, like cute GameCubes. I know are pretty like.
Let's do it. So you're talking about a video game tournament.
That'd be cool, like a Mario Kart.
Let's fucking go, baby! I'm old school like that. I did video game tournaments. Esports is a thing.
Yeah.
So what games do you want to see? No. Let's talk about this in a tournament sense.
Yeah.
Let's set it up. One-Eyed Jacks, let's say. Irish Colleen, let's say. Whoever we go through. We set up consoles. what game would you put an entry fee in to play?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but I want to do video game tournaments up here. I want to do all tournaments.
It would be awesome.
The library, the Sholo Library, shout out, they've had like Pokemon tournaments, cards, the trading card game. They've had Smash Brother tournaments on the Wii U and Switch. Now, for me to bring this into a bar, 'cause that's my range. How do I bring video games into the bars that we have been in? How do I compete with billiards and how do I compete with darts? I mean, I have my theories, but I like to know yours.
I feel like with the video game thing, we would have to be.
They have TVs.
Yeah, but I'm thinking projectors. 100-inch screen.
My man, he's got a projector.
I do. I have 2 of them actually.
So let's fucking go.
And it'd have to be like not at a bar. I think like at somebody's cool ass house.
No,
maybe.
I mean, that's how you start. That's how you get the underground.
Because there's just not a lot of us.
There's not.
Here.
There's not.
If it was in the valley, then most definitely.
So I want to come back. Bar Star Events can be coming out with video game tournaments. We're talking Madden. We're talking FIFA. We're talking Mario Kart.
Guitar Hero.
We're talking Guitar Hero. You want to fucking go, bro?
Have you ever played that game?
Of course I have.
I haven't.
Guitar Hero. What is it? Rock Band.
Rock Band.
Rocksmith.
Isn't that the one where you have to use a real guitar?
Damn right.
Yeah, no.
I love it. I love it, dude. Thank you again so much.
Thank you for having me.
No, come on. It's not going to be the last time.
Thank you very much.
Again, Dave Lucero. You can find him at the White Mountain comedy open mics that we have going on up here. You're going to see him at a comedy open mic and shows in the valley here soon. And you can catch him online if you want to get your game in, or catch him in the bars when we start doing live tournaments, baby. And I'm glad that you plugged April, because if you guys are ever looking to get your nails did, please hit up April Nails with 3 S's by April on Instagram.
On Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
Right on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, man. Thank you again.
Yeah,
for being a part of it. I had a good time. And we didn't even get to like most of the stuff we wanted to
we're
get
just
to.
shooting the shit and having a good time.
We're just shooting the shit.
Kind of getting to know me.
Yeah, well, they don't. Yeah, exactly. It's I mean, we had Don the Gnome early, and he's a mythical creature, and I know that's hard to follow.
The tallest gnome you've never known. That's what I always say.
That's a shirt. Put on a shirt. David Lucero, thank you for being a part of the show.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
All right, see you guys in the future. Have a good night. Just some small town dads living in the White Mountains.